OmiseGo. Welcome everyone to my introduction to OmiseGo. So you've probably seen this around the blockchain water cooler, if you will. OmiseGo is something that's recently kind of come up. It kind of had an ICO fairly recently, or at least it became more apparent on the exchanges, and has had a large run-up lately. It's currently basing, and I'll get into the charts later. But what is OmiseGo? OmiseGo is essentially a white label wallet where you can create a wallet for whatever you need to create a wallet for, whether it is another blockchain, some service you're trying to create that maybe uses a blockchain but isn't a blockchain, whatever the case may be, or just have one for yourself. And you can utilize the OmiseGo network, which provides some pretty important services for anyone trying to be a payment processor, because in the end OmiseGo is essentially a blockchain payment processing company. That is what they do. And something else that is very important is that OmiseGo uses the Ethereum network, which is quite significant because Ethereum is essentially the backbone of the contract-based blockchain. They're kind of the 800-pound gorilla in the room, which is why they have the second largest market cap. OmiseGo still isn't quite hit $1 billion in market cap yet, so I think there's quite a ways to run in this particular technology and currency. So, like I said, all they're trying to be essentially is a payment processor for cryptocurrencies and also fiat currencies. So as you go through the website, and I want you to do this on your own later, but I'm going to walk you through. I'm not going to read it verbatim. I'm just going to kind of skim through it. So OmiseGo, like I said, they're a payment processor. They do fiat currencies, cryptocurrencies. If you're not familiar with fiat currencies, they're essentially government-backed currencies. The dollar is a fiat currency. The Japanese yen is a fiat currency. And you can utilize all of those currencies ubiquitously on the OmiseGo network. You can make transactions person to person, business to business. You can do commerce. I think this is pretty cool. Payroll deposit. Think about it. If we can get payrolls and payroll deposits to be on a network like this, then it's going to make payments, outsourcing, direct deposits extremely simple, especially in parts of the world where they don't have as robust banking as we do here in the United States, which may be one of the reasons why OmiseGo is really focusing on the Asian market right now. Actually, they were recently in the news talking to, I believe, Thailand's government, and Vitalik was there, and he was talking on behalf of OmiseGo, probably Ethereum, probably both of them. He's actually on the board of OmiseGo, or at least he's an advisor. So OmiseGo also has their own blockchain. They didn't just decide to use a blockchain that is already existing. They actually wrote their own. This company's been around since 2013, so it's 4 years old at this point, and it's just recently really started to get going because it's planning on launching in the fourth quarter of 2017, which is a little bit later this year. So I will read this though. The OmiseGo blockchain comprises a decentralized exchange, which is important because pretty much everything needs an exchange in order to pass back and forth. Anytime you're dealing with banking, which deals across currencies, you need an exchange of some kind. A liquidity provider mechanism, which is also important because without liquidity you can't actually do transactions. If there's no liquidity, there's nothing happening. So here's kind of an analogy on liquidity. If you're in a lemonade stand and you're selling lemonade and there's no one there to exchange lemonade with, your money has no liquidity. There's no way to transact. If you have a lemonade stand and there's 1,000 people standing outside of it, you're going to have high liquidity. There's going to be a lot of transacting happening. So clearinghouse messaging network. I'm a little unsure on this. I will read the white paper later. But what a clearinghouse does is it essentially transacts for you. So there's an exchange that does it, that does a transaction. The clearinghouse actually says, yes, this is a valid transaction. And the OmiseGo blockchain is doing all of this simultaneously and at great speed. Scalable, totally public. Blockchain is proof of stake is bonded by the activities on the chain itself. That's kind of like most blockchains, nothing crazy there. Highly performant networked. While clearing and settlement occurs over the OmiseGo blockchain, the cost of protecting transaction value is externalized to other chains in ways that directly promote the value of those chains. So it looks like it's acting as a pass-through in terms of protecting the transactions in dealing with the clearing of the transactions. So looks like it is meant to be a value add mainly to Ethereum, because OmiseGo uses Ethereum, and that's where all of these records are going to be held. It looks like it's going to be held in Ethereum. So we scroll down a little bit. They do have a little YouTube video, which I don't think is a very good video. I don't think it's very good at all. They do have some investors. They are venture backed. They are venture backed, so they have some oomph behind them. I've heard of Golden Gate Ventures. I've heard of Ascend Capital, and I've heard of SBI Investment. I don't think I've heard of these other ones. Now their management team is what really gets interesting. Vitalik, he's the founder of Ethereum, which is the largest contract-based blockchain in existence today. And so that actually gives a lot of presence to OmiseGo, and is also a reason why it's probably going to be successful in the near term. Now long term in this space, who knows, anything can happen, but in the short term, it is definitely going to take off. Okay, so that's their website. I did want to show you this article recently about their OmiseGo price recovers after support from Thai Ministry of Finance. Like I said, OmiseGo is really focusing in Asia, so they're actively operating in Asia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Japan. Those are four fairly important ecosystems economically, and they're already working in there, which is pretty cool. They have a prominent list of advisors, which includes Vitalik Buterin is the expert. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize. And they've reached an all-time high of 9.3 per token recently. Blah 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 blah. But the main thing is they're talking with the Ministry of Thailand in regards to basically digitizing currencies, seeing the future of these networks, and how they can be used in their countries. So let's look at the chart of OmiseGo. Sorry, OmiseGo. At least on Bitfinex, I don't know if they had an ICO. I think it was further back, but what we see here is a series of higher lows and higher highs. This looks like it's not going to stop anytime soon, and I really, as far as a price target, I have no idea, but I know it's going to go up. So I have some OmiseGo in my holdings. It's part of my core holdings right now, and I will be doing a video on what I believe core holdings should be at this moment in time. So that's a little bit on OmiseGo. As far as technically getting deep down into it, this isn't the video for that. I just wanted to give you an introduction. Basically, they're a fiat and decentralized currency payment processing network backbone, so you can white label your own wallet, and you can build your own thing around Ethereum and OmiseGo and have payments and have the blockchain taken care of for you, which makes things really simple. So they already have some investments and some interest within governments and countries, which is important. And hey, their chart just looks gangbusters here. So, alright guys, that's OmiseGo. Have a good day.